Welcome back to Mobile Mukbang. My name is Andrew. This is
Michael,
and over here we've
man
got
with no name.
the man with no name. His name is Sam. He's lying to you. Anywho,
Being facetious.
facetious, good gravy. But anywho, we are today at Burger King. Now, our last episode we took place at McDonald's because we wanted to get a baseline for every other piece of food we get. Because McDonald's, everyone's been to McDonald's, everyone knows that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, Burger King's pretty high up there as well. Same thing with Wendy's. So we decided we would come to Burger King this time and see how it compares. Now, last time, I got myself a buttermilk crispy chicken sandwich, and today, here at the King of Burgers, I got myself the tender crisp chicken sandwich to compare. Once again, I also got some fries.
Really the King of Burgers?
I don't know. They claim to be the Burger King, don't they?
No, that's simply the name.
Tomato, tomato.
I'm trying to remember what the little motto thingy is.
Point is, I also got some fries, asked for it to be well done. They seem to be pretty decent. But I basically got the same thing as I did before in order to do a comparison. Now, here we were also talking about sodas and whatnot. We'll get into sodas later in the episode because we're going to focus on the main food.
My soda is the bomb.
Good gravy. Now, Mike, why don't you tell us what you got? Why don't you put down the phone for a minute?
I got the,
You got a nice, delicious Axon 7.
no. I got the Keen Ranch.
Hold it up for the camera. Let the people see. Let them see the former bovine, the King Ranch. Now, what is all in that? Because that looks like it's got a lot of toppings.
It's got bacon, onion rings.
What sauce is that? Is that
barbecue sauce?
They put barbecue sauce? That's a weird thing.
And mayonnaise.
I would not have personally gone for that combination, but hey, to each their own.
I've never had it before.
All right. And Sam, why don't you show us what you got? Because you didn't even get fries. I got
onion rings because I just love Burger King onion rings. They're about the only onion rings that I'll actually eat. Don't know why. They're just
So the slogan now.
Project a little more, Sam. Speak
Sorry, it's been a long day. And then I got the Bacon King, which is a double cheeseburger with bacon. It comes with mayo and ketchup. I forgot to ask without mayo, so I've scraped that off, and as such, I don't really have either mayo or ketchup. And then I got a nifty little dessert as well.
And then what's that over there? You got something in a wrap?
No, that's the...
Okay, you just wrapped it up. Okay,
yeah.
I thought you had like some sort of wrap.
Okay, the new slogan as of right now is "Be Your Way."
Be your way?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a horrible rip, but whatever.
Yeah. She wants it her way!
Have it your way.
Dane Cook.
Oh, wait, no, that's McDonald's.
No, it's not. McDonald's is... It used to be without see
Burger King was "Have It Your Way."
Yeah, have it
now
your way.
it's...
Now it's... I'm loving it is McDonald's.
They changed it from one way to another.
Yeah.
By the way, one thing you don't want to Google is I'm lugging it. Don't Google that. Don't do it. Don't Google it. I told you not to Google. You know what? If you Google it, it's your own fault now. Anywho.
You know at least half a dozen people did just on the first viewing.
Probably. Anywho, so let's dig into these sandwiches here.
I refuse. I want to start with my dessert because that way I make sure I have room for it.
Why don't more restaurants just start you on a dessert? I mean, if that's like their end piece, it's like no one ever has room for dessert. I mean, okay, I've never been to the Cheesecake Factory, but I always hear the portions are enormous, and then they ask you, do you have room for dessert? I don't know. Am I a bovine that has 4 stomachs? Mike would answer yes, but us, we would have to say no.
This drink is amazing.
What did you get? What soda? Since we're talking, what sodas did you guys get?
I got the Mellow Yellow, but I got it with a citrus twist. For reference, this Burger King we're at currently recently got renovated, so it's honestly a really gorgeous Burger King at this point. But among other things, they have the machine that does up the flavor shots for every single soda they have automatically.
The Coca-Cola Freestyle.
Didn't know it had a name. realistically, though, you can find them all over with different varieties. But yeah, so I went with a mellow yellow with the citrus twist, and honestly, I just think it's amazing. I can't even. Anyone want to try real quick?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So you like light sodas then? Well, no, mellow yellow. It's like
Yeah,
it's kind of like the Mountain Dew knockoff, isn't it?
something like that. It is its own brand as it came out as a competitor, but
I think it's a Coke product though, mellow yellow.
I mean, everything at this point pretty much is either a Coke or a Pepsi product.
Except for RC. RC still
like
independent.
I said, almost.
I know. So I forget what I got. I think I got Dr. Pepper with strawberry, which is a new option.
Strawberry. I got a cherry Coke.
Cherry Coke's always good. You can't deny a cherry Coke.
Nope.
But no, there was a strawberry option. I've never seen that before. There was cherry vanilla, and then there was strawberry. I'm like, you know what?
Vanilla
I like
wasn't
strawberry.
available, though.
Really? It was
Mhm.
available for me. Well, what the heck did I get then?
I don't know.
I got a soda with some sort of shot in it.
Some of them are a little weird though too. Like obviously each machine, although all three styles will do the same thing, will have different numbers of sodas and shots mixed in with them, or connected to it, I should say. And so, like, I've actually seen some places that will have a line of Coke products. So they'll have Coke and Diet and Zero and Vanilla. And then you click on them, and then it brings you to the shot flavor. So you can have regular Coke with vanilla shot, and then just fast forward real quick. You can get to vanilla Coke with a vanilla shot.
Okay, then.
Yeah, they get goofy. And there's a difference, man.
The McDonald's in my town actually has a machine that does that.
Go to Speedy Cafe, get whatever you want with however many shots of whatever you want, as much as you want. All for less than $1 for a drink that is more than this in volume.
Yeah, Mr. 54 ounces of just straight
Okay,
cherry.
let me bring some context into this. Okay, you can get 52-ounce sodas at a Speedy Cafe for less than $1. I get my own sodas dirt cheap at Walmart. Okay? So what I did is I got an entire big cup of this with just cherry shot. And I would just add it to whatever soda that I got at Walmart when I went food shopping. Hey, it lasted a long time. It didn't go bad. And you know what? I think it was worth the 70 to 80 cents that I paid for it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, didn't it get thrown away before you finished?
Once. I did it twice. I did it with vanilla and cherry. The cherry got thrown away. The vanilla didn't because, you know what? I was like, nah, man, I'm going to waste my money. Okay, so anywho, I am like more than halfway into the sandwich, which gives me, I think, a fair synopsis of how I feel compared to McDonald's. Here's the thing. I definitely like the breading on this way more than McDonald's because it's crunchier. But that's just me because I like texture to my foods. And the crunch, the tender, crisp chicken sandwich is crispy. As far as flavor goes, I still think McDonald's has better flavor all around and a better cut of chicken. This is a bit thicker than most cuts at McDonald's, but only marginally. So overall, even though they are similarly priced, I still think McDonald's is better. I will say this though, when Burger King does their fries right, they're really good. Mm-hmm. Burger King fries just have more flavor. But speaking of the fries, you know McDonald's uses like beef broth in their fries.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, no one does that. But they say like that's why no one can replicate it.
What you're telling me is that their potatoes are not vegan friendly?
Mm-mm. They're not.
Uh-huh.
Heck, certain tattoos are not vegan friendly because the tattoo ink comes from animal byproducts. So that alone, you have to request special vegan ink if you want a vegan tattoo. There are vegans out there right
I
now.
gotta tell my sister's friend that because she just got a tattoo, but she never specified any ink.
It's a lot more. It is a lot more.
Oh, I'm gonna have some fun with this.
I can see it now. Someone gets a tattoo when they're young, becomes a vegan, and is just like,
Sorry for the
wait,
noise.
what?
Okay, this thing still records even though the phone turns off. Just making sure.
Okay.
I mean,
Screen
why'd
goes
your
off.
phone turn it off?
Well, the screen turns off to save power. Anywho,
Who needs to save power?
I know, right? I got a 30,000 milliamp hour battery bank plugged into this thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'll say about the Tender Crisp Chicken Sandwich. Similarly priced, not as good. Close. It's got the texture that I like. It just doesn't have the extra flavor.
Oh, fuck me.
I say Burger King. The bacon they use is got more flavor.
It's bigger. It's way bigger than the bacon at McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
Well, talk to me about the bacon. Give me some comparisons about bacon here. Thickness,
Yeah, I mean,
length.
As
How
a
much are you
bovine,
actually
aren't
getting?
you friends with pigs?
He's our brovine. But no, seriously. Talk about the bacon here for a second, because the bacon you showed me is thicker, it's wider, it's longer. Sounds really inappropriate what I just said. But the point is, the bacon does look to be of better quality. How does it taste?
It tastes a lot better. It actually, to me, it tastes like it might have a little bit of a hint of maple to it.
Well, you know what we're going to have to do then? Next video, we're going to have to go to Wendy's and then compare the bacon to the Baconator. The Baconator. It's got bacon in the name. So you are going to have to test out the Baconator. I will test out their home-style chicken sandwich.
Which bacon is it?
Whatever Baconator you want, man. Go with all the bacon.
Although I have no interest in reviews, as I don't really have a knack for such a thing, I will actually state that, no, this is Bacon King.
Is it really called the Bacon King?
Yes.
Well, pick it up, show the camera. What makes it a Bacon King?
All the bacon.
It's got all the bacon. Well, which one had more bacon, your sandwich or his sandwich? Both had a substantial amount of bacon.
How much is yours is gone? Okay.
I think he might have like 2 strips more than I did. I had the rodeo.
The rodeo. You mind if I trade you some fries for an onion ring?
Go for it.
Because I want to try an onion ring here, because that's one thing McDonald's don't got, is onion rings. I still submit to you this, the best onion rings, which these are kind of meh. Best onion rings, Culver's. Culver onion rings. Oh my goodness.
You know, I just had an idea.
That's scary.
I thought I smelled something burning.
What are you talking
Okay,
about?
we have to get
He does not have transistors. He's still on gears.
Sounds like a burnt clutch.
Oh my god.
Go
Both
ahead,
of you,
Mike.
stop.
All right, go ahead.
You get a side of bacon from here, side of bacon from McDonald's, side of bacon from Wendy's, and that way you have a side-by-side comparison of all 3 bacon.
Yeah.
Maybe one day, but we still got to go to the restaurant and just try it there. Part of this whole thing is the atmosphere. And you notice this place, they just remodeled. Everything looks really nice, but this place is dead inside.
I mean,
We
they're
are
about
the
to close.
They still got an hour before they close. Half
Hour
an
and a
hour.
half.
Yeah.
No, wait, didn't the hour, I signed up, say 10? Hour and a half till they close. That's still plenty of time.
Usually the last few hours are dead at any fast food place.
Not Taco Bell.
No, yeah, even Ted.
The one down that way, like all the fourth meal people, they've had hunger enhancing substances that they definitely want a taco for. That's about when they get flooded.
I realize, but like even then, I've worked at 2 Taco Bells. Remember, we leave a couple hours past that. I mean, obviously each one's got its own set of hours, but
Well, what time do they usually close?
2 in the morning.
Yeah, 2 a.m. or later.
Our rush is between 12:30 and 1. So our last hour is dead. It's just cleaning. And mind you, that's us closing, not when we leave. We usually leave about 2:33.
That's ridiculous.
That is definitely something. That is a thing of which I have no name for.
Yeah, they do it because if there happens to be a flux in the rush, it can still be caught.
You know what it is? I know what it is. When we tried to come in, the door... Dang, dude. Why are you throwing shade on me like that? Snap. Okay.
I'm not throwing shade on you. I threw it on your mom last night.
Oh, okay. Let's try to keep this PG-13. Dang, man. We're trying to enjoy some food, not... Wow. Okay. So, anywho...
Yeah, we're just coming at your whole life there.
Oh, man. Well, the reason why this place is probably empty is because, remember when we tried to get in, the doors were locked, even though it was supposed to be open, because they just mopped the floor and they didn't want anyone to fall and hurt themselves. This place has got a way more open floor plan than it used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember this place. It used to have a little play place. It had a little tiny play place right there.
Yeah.
It was gone because it's like it was the most pathetic play place. And then everyone's trying to do this fast casual sort of setup for restaurants, which totally makes sense because some people want to sit in a couch-like chair like over there. Some people want to sit in a padded booth, and some people want to sit in chairs so they accommodate for like every kind of group of people. Mm-hmm. And they make it a little more trendy so it doesn't also run down.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care how you dress it. This thing is still boiled in oil right next to those things and everything else.
True.
And it's more or less the same grease. So,
but is it corn oil, vegetable oil, peanut oil?
It wouldn't
hope
be
not.
peanut oil.
Yeah, in America, I feel like there's a law against peanut oil, but who knows?
I don't think peanut oil actually contains the key ingredient that gets you an anaphylactic shock.
I don't know about the key ingredient, but you don't necessarily need the key ingredient for something to kick it off. I'm allergic to milk, but it's not lactose I'm allergic to. Yeah.
What are you allergic to then?
Hell if I know, but it's in every every single milk there is.
Language, young man.
I caught myself 3/4 of the way through.
Hold on, young man, he's actually the oldest.
Ironically.
That's true.
Back in my day, we didn't care about no cursing. Anyway. But yeah, no.
You could say that up to 10 years ago.
I am allergic. My reaction occurs from regular milk, from cows, goat milk, almond milk.
Goat milk.
Yeah, almond milk, skim milk, like the soy milk. And there's another type I tried, but I don't remember what it is.
Wait, soy milk. Isn't that from, like, soybeans?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not even... Okay, first off...
It's some... I can
How
only...
does a bean produce milk? What about coconut milk?
That one might have been okay, but I can only assume it's...
I mean, a coconut's not a mammal, though. It's not really milk. Is it? No.
Well, what's milk?
A liquid that contains lactose? We're going to have to Google this now, because now I don't know.
Here on Mobile Mukbang, we ask the real questions. What the hell is milk?
Damn. I think I might have to go get myself another burger.
Another burger? Ladies and gentlemen, he is becoming one with the bovine.
You know what? Just for that, I might just get chicken.
I mean,
You're just playing into the propaganda of those cows and those signs that the Chick-fil-A wants you to do.
This is what's happening. He's gaining all the forces of the farm. First he started with the cows, Then he went after the pigs, and now he's going after the chickens.
And soon after that, it'll be the fish and chips.
No. No. No.
You know what? He won't eat fish and chips. He won't eat. You just don't like fish.
Not really.
Man, some people say, oh, people just pretend to like fish. No, I like fish.
There's only like 2 things of fish I'll actually eat.
Well,
There's one from a restaurant down by where I used to live. And then,
Quick note, according to the initial Google search of what is milk, milk is a white liquid produced by the mammary glands of mammals. I'm about to ask it what makes soy milk milk.
okay, so it's a white liquid that comes from the mammary glands of mammals.
Yeah,
Not,
pretty much.
I almost said llamas. I'm like, that'd be very specific. Yeah, Sam is producing a hamster farm in order to harvest hamster milk.
Totally. Actually, I'm about to sell my last one.
what do I want?
Interesting.
Fish milk. There you go.
Apparently, Soylent. Apparently, soy milk.
That's something different, man.
I know, right?
Soylent Green is people. Oh, it's
Spoiler alerts, man.
Man, the movie's so old. If you haven't seen it by now,
Movie.
Soylent Green.
It's a book.
It's also a movie.
But you're supposed to spoiler warning the original product, which is a book, not the movie.
Dude, how many people read the book versus watched the movie Harry Potter? A lot of people read the book.
Better question. We'd rather to do either for Soylent Green.
I mean, okay, it's Soylent Green, but everyone knows the scene where the guy's at the top of the stairs like, Soylent Green is people!
Actually, I didn't until I found out about Soylent itself.
Ugh. Well, okay, go on with whatever you were going to say. We went off topic again.
We do that all the time.
That's part of mobile mukbang.
Apparently.
Did you see that fast map?
Where was I?
Do that. I'm too good to actually wait for you, so I'll barely move my hand gesture.
Like the Queen?
Oh yeah. I'm so
no,
much
no.
better than you
Talk
because
about
I'm
the
the queen.
You guys do realize she doesn't wave at people, right? There's an official royal wave where you literally like queens and stuff wave to themselves. They do not wave to the people.
That is so narcissistic. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the waviest of them all? Me.
Okay, I have no idea where the thing I was going to read ran off to. The page loaded more, and now it's just gone.
Oh, what a
What
good
I just
Apparently, because I did get to read it a little bit before. Apparently, soy milk causes flatulence, worse than normal. So no
Is it
soy
worse
milk
than
for you.
coffee?
I don't know.
Because coffee is known to help you produce a movement if necessary. This guy doesn't need coffee to do that. Coffee? Now, what were you saying, Michael?
Now, I read something interesting about the Queen.
The Queen?
Which queen?
England.
Okay.
So, her staff actually went through the laws and that. And if she had felt like it, and Trump had visited, she can literally, by sword, take his head off. Legally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't start a war between allied countries.
I mean, there's a bunch of legal things that don't necessarily make sense and end in the death of someone.
Yeah, okay.
For example, there's one place where obviously murder is illegal 9 times out of 10. But there's one place, it's next to a church for whatever reason, that so long as you kill someone with a blunt object, it's not considered murder. I don't remember why, it just isn't. So long as I kill you with a bat or something,
Hammer?
and I think it has to be around midnight or something. Dumb.
What is this, the Purge? What? That is ridiculous.
So 20 pounds sledgehammer
No, what I'm thinking is like, okay, the guards with the big fuzzy hats in England, they just say, oh, you can't touch, but they will react because they're carrying an SA-80 rifle or something like it, or like a FAMAS or an SA-80 or something like that, bullpup rifle. They carry it around. If you get too close, they will brandish the weapon and yell, "Back away from the Queen's Guard!" And I'm like, okay, they're pointing a gun at you. Is it loaded? Probably, but maybe not chambered. But can they shoot you if you don't back away right away? I'm like, has anyone ever been shot by the Queen's Guard in modern times? Like, has anyone just, like, stolen the hat and then got shot by the Queen's Guard? I mean, these are the burning questions we talk about involving food somehow.
You have to ask permission.
To steal a hat?
No. To come up to them. Say you like to take a picture. Can we please take a picture with you?
Oh, yeah, because you're so well-traveled in the ways of England.
I have family that live in England.
Sure. Maybe Ireland.
No, actually, my grandfather's brother moved from Ireland to England. To London.
Man, with the way Brexit is going...
Here's what it is. I found the exact thing. It's still technically okay to shoot a Welshman on a Sunday inside city walls as long as it's after midnight with a crossbow, not a blunt object.
It's always after midnight. Why do people do this? It's always after midnight. Midnight is the start of a new 24-hour cycle day. It's like don't forget the trolls after midnight. So what? Let them starve? Come on, think about it.
Usually it denotes up until the sun rises. Because then it's the day.
Yes, but, like, okay, if we're going to talk about legal terms nowadays, well, you shot this man at 1 a.m. Well, it was after midnight. Good point.
The thing is, a lot of these type of laws were written back in, like, medieval bullshit times.
I know, it's hilarious. It's like, okay...
Like, I'm not allowed to drive into Wisconsin with a chicken in my passenger seat.
What
the hell bullshit is that?
In some states, it is illegal to fart in public. You are illegal in certain states, in other words.
There's some states where it's illegal to have sex in your own private place, as long as it's, like, outside the bedroom.
PG-13. PG-13.
What? I didn't say anything inappropriate.
And technically...
I don't know.
Technically...
We'll discuss that in later privacy about what we should and shouldn't say. Let's not get too far on the...
Let's not go
to the weird part of YouTube. Considering we are eating food. Now, are you going to get another sandwich, or are you just going to sit there?
We are kind of on the weird part of YouTube just for the fact
then go
that
get yourself another sandwich. Well, you know what? Just stay here with us until we... Shaka-wrong. Like, how did that get funding to make that video? Like, that is an actual music video.
I know.
I still played that over the intercoms in high school. Oh, one of the best things I ever did.
And they added that to Attack on Titan.
What?
Yeah, they made a video of it.
Well, I'm not surprised. The Titans do look like they are of a mental deficiency of some sort.
Here's something funny.
What?
So if you die in the House of Parliament, you are eligible for a state funeral. So in order to cut down on that, they decided to make it illegal to die in the House of Parliament.
Okay, hold on. I actually can see one legal loophole on how to make that happen. No one certifies the death until the body is removed.
Conversely, however, there's an unrepealed law from 1313 which makes it illegal to wear a suit of armor when entering the House of Parliament.
So what? I can't wear my medieval armor in the House of Parliament? This is. Well, I'm not British, so I really can't say. We're not in.
We have a House of Parliament, don't we?
Well, we're talking about British, though, right? Are we still in the UK somewhere, or are we talking about here again?
I'm not entirely sure, because this thing's title is Top 10 Strangest Laws. But it is a UK site, so I don't know if it's
So
referring to only
it's
itself
probably
or not.
in the UK.
This is some interesting stuff, though.
Dude, the top 10 weirdest laws are always something like from way back when of a specific instance, like, oh,
here's the thing.
you cannot move your goats across the street on a Sunday between 1 and 3 p.m.
It can't be just England, though. Because they've got, like, several laws. Yeah. Alligators in Arkansas may not be kept in bathtubs. In Arizona, it's donkeys which are forbidden from having a soak in the tub. And in Michigan, anyone who commits adultery is also committing a felony.
In Michigan. Oh,
Whoa.
oh.
So every teenager, pretty much.
Well, no, adultery refers to those who are married. You have to be legally married. Which
Yeah, otherwise it's fornication, which is why I killed your character in D&D.
what the heck is? Wait, whoa! Hold on, we're not going there. You're gonna have to keep that for a private conversation afterwards, because
Technically, it is a game.
I want to know, but I don't want to know at the same time. Something ain't right with what you just said.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, D&D is Dungeons and Dragons for those who
Oh
aren't
my
aware.
gosh, that is. I don't know what to say, but I am flabbergasted to an
Wait.
extent.
Okay. Didn't somebody start a count of, like, how many times your character killed mine?
D&D.
Probably. I know I was keeping track of how many times my character died.
It was like 40, 50.
I mean, it depends on whether or not you count the
Oh,
rapid succession deaths.
you know it's a good game?
Because otherwise it was several hundred.
Okay, there's a good game for dying a lot. It's called Guts and Glory. It is hilarious.
You know what's another good game? Dark Souls.
No, Guts and Glory is literally the dumbest game. It's like the next Goat Simulator, only it's so much worse. I gotta show it to you guys when we get back at the house. The physics are all messed up, but that's part of why it's so funny. It's like, dude, I can't explain it. It's just horrible. It's just awful, but it's wonderful and beautiful at the same time. I don't know what to say. All right, so
I'm
how
gonna steal your
long
paper.
have we been filming? I can't. We've been filming for a while, I guess, but still, we're not done yet. So, all right, here's the dealio.
I'm done.
Are you packing it up for later? Oh, you weren't even that hungry, were you?
I had Taco Bell right before this.
Why'd you have Taco Bell?
Because it was before you mentioned anything.
All
And
right,
Taco
fair,
Bell was involved.
fair point. Okay, so let's wrap this up here by staying on topic for a second. Let's recap.
What's
I'm on top.
You guys are killing me. You're killing me.
Kill me,
No,
Smalls.
murder is illegal. We don't commit illegal acts. This is PG-13 at least.
I'm dead on the inside. Recap time. So, what I figure is the tender crisp chicken sandwich here at Burger King is definitely more crispy. I like that texture, but overall the flavor is not as good. The fries definitely taste better than McDonald's, but I wish they were a little more crispy, like I can get them at McDonald's, because the staff there does really make an effort to make it more crispy when I custom order stuff. And the sodas here are pretty good. You got that multi-select option where you can choose and customize your sodas.
Remember, people, mellow yellow with citrus twist.
Try it, I guess. So that's what happened to me. Now, you describe...
Right?
Give me some compare...
That's good.
Told you.
I'll try it when we leave, but tell me,
But
compare...
then they won't see you.
I said tell me when... we'll see. Sam, you're killing me. Mike, give me comparison. Compare your experience here to similar foods you've had at McDonald's. What do you wrap this up with?
You know what? I'd say with Burger King, the taste of the meat, to me, it's a little bit better. Now, you have the poppy seed buns here, which McDonald's has just started on a couple of their sandwiches.
Well, McDonald's has the sesame seed, not the poppy seed.
He's saying Burger King has poppy seed.
Yeah.
So, okay, so they get poppy seed. You sure it's not sesame seed? Because poppy seed is like those little black seeds. Sesame seeds.
Oh, yeah,
little
sesame seeds, yeah.
Because the little white ones. Okay, sesame seeds. There is a difference. Poppy seeds will get you messed up on a drug test. Yes, that will actually...
Sesame.
No, poppy seeds.
Poppy seeds.
Poppies
is an opiate.
Yes, poppy seeds will actually cause false positives on a drug test. But moving on, okay, so you got a sesame seed bun, so the meat's better. What about the bacon? Compare to me the bacon.
The bacon here is a little bit sweeter.
Well,
you get more.
Yours was like drenched in sauce, though. Are you sure it was the bacon or was the sauce?
No, because you know what? You can taste the mayonnaise, you can taste the barbecue sauce, but in the bacon, you can actually taste that there's a hint of maple.
Okay, so you got like a syrupy kind of taste, like a little Aunt Jemima going on up in there.
Yeah.
A little bit of his blood in your sandwich, because his blood type is Aunt Jemima. Okay, so that wraps up your experience. What about the fries?
The fries?
Do you like them better, or do you not like them as much?
You know what? Burger King has good fries.
I agree. The fries are much better at Burger King. When they're done right, they're done good.
You know what? And with them being, a thicker cut fry, you know what? They hold the taste better.
Yeah, they're like McDonald's is not like shoestring fry, because shoestring would be like steak and shake.
Yeah.
They got the classic fast food fry, but this is definitely not a potato wedge by any means. Or like, what do they call the steak fries? They're not steak fries, which is good. They're like a happy medium between a fast food fry and a steak fry.
Yeah.
Which I think is the right way to go.
Between fast food and potato wedge. Because if you go steak fry is a little bit small.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The fries here in between fast food fry, standard fast food fry, and potato wedge, it's somewhere in between. So it's of a reasonably moderate thickness, but not like way too thick. Sam, tell me, which do you like better of what you've had? Stuff here at Burger King or McDonald's? Because the stuff you got here is a bit different than what you got at McDonald's. What do you like better in general, based on what you've had?
I mean, I think I can sum it up best this way. I have a Burger King and a McDonald's on the same basic block right down the street from my work. I think I've been in the McDonald's 2 or 3 times in the past year. Burger King, however, I became a regular.
Okay, so you definitely like Burger King more than McDonald's. Okay, so we got a bar here. As far as chicken goes, McDonald's beats Burger King out with the chicken, with the premium side of chicken. When it comes to the burgers, you like Burger King better than McDonald's, do you? Would you say that?
Yeah.
And you, just think in general, the food that you can get at Burger King is of a better variety and quality.
They have a variety within quality, price, and quantity, I guess.
Okay.
Because, they've got things that are a little more expensive than other things on the menu, but taste better for it. And then if you're really down on your luck, they've got cheap little pieces of filled meal.
That's true.
They also have I believe they still have
they've got like a 1, 2, 3 menu as well.
Realistically,
no, I think they still have the 4 for $5.
Do
the 5 for $4 or something like that.
So,
the 4 for $4 is Wendy's or Steak and Shake. But that the ice cream that I had that was up to here, give or take, was only 70-something cents.
That's a pretty reasonable deal.
Yeah.
All right, so depending on what you're getting, essentially determines where you should go. If you're going chicken, McDonald's. If you're going Burger King. If you're going for cheap but variety, Burger King. Do we say that?
So far.
All right, so
and then desserts. Now we also got to talk about desserts. Burger King, you could get cheesecake here.
That's true. You can get cake, but I submitted to you that some of the apple pies, or the pies in general, that are seasonal to McDonald's, like the s'mores pie, is really, really good.
Should we discuss the breakfast or wait till we actually try it for a mobile mukbang?
Yeah, we'll have breakfast on a different mobile mukbang. That's going to be a special series. But anyway, let's all give a toast to just chilling and hanging out.
I got enough for a toast.
And now, is when we end the video. Thank you all for watching and joining us. We'll see you next time.
Remember, I have no name.
Boom!